We are getting close to summertime up here in Alaska, and we do a lot of road trips and we are always on the go. So we're gonna make some food for that. We're gonna make moose jerky, which we've made a ton of times. So we're gonna do just our regular recipe for that. And we're also gonna be trying something completely new to us, and that is called pemmican. So first thing we're gonna do, so we're gonna slice up some moose meat. I think we've got like 9 moose roasts that we're gonna be cutting up today. Most of it's gonna be for the jerky. We'll probably do 1 for the pemmican. And we're getting these nice, just real thin, beautiful slices that are gonna become jerky. This meat is not all the way thawed out. So we pulled it out last night and it's still a little bit icy in the middle. And why that's good is that's gonna allow you to get nice thin slices like this. All right, we're getting some beautiful slices of moose meat here. This is gonna be awesome. We're really looking forward to having jerky again. We haven't made it in almost 2 years. So this is gonna be awesome to have it this summer. And this is moose that was harvested last fall. So this is almost 8 months old, and we're basically cleaning out the freezer. We're getting low in there. Summer's coming though. We'll be filling it up soon enough. Okay, we're looking good. It was a lot of slicing. So this is gonna be pemmican meat. So we're pretty much gonna put this in the fridge, and this is gonna wait until we're ready for it tomorrow. And this big bowl right here, we're gonna make some marinade for this, and this is gonna be our jerky. Well, I was gonna marinate the jerky in that bowl right there, but that is clearly gonna be too small. We're gonna have a ton of moose jerky when this is done, so this is gonna be awesome. We've got our 5-gallon food grade bucket. We're gonna transfer our meat in here. And we're gonna do a pretty simple marinade. We're gonna put a lot of the spices and stuff on out in the smoker when we're smoking the jerky. So for now, we're gonna do a bunch of garlic. I got a whole head. We're gonna do cowboy candy marinade. We have 3 jars of this stuff left. And basically what this is we took sugar and apple cider vinegar and some spices, and we cooked down jalapenos in it. So this is like super sweet and spicy. Got 3 jars of that we're gonna put in there. Right, ton of garlic. That's gonna be awesome. A little more liquid in there, so we're gonna do some apple cider vinegar, do some olive oil, and some salt. Let's give this a really good mix. All right, marinade's done. That smells really good. This is gonna go outside in the cooler. We're gonna pack some snow in there, and it's gonna go for a little over 12 hours. So tomorrow morning, we'll be busting this out on the smoker. And the next thing we're gonna do is we are going to get some of our blueberries out of the freezer, and we're gonna dry those, and we're gonna start working on the pemmican. That right there is the last of our blueberries. We got about 2 cups here, and we're gonna be drying these out. So our pemmican recipe, it's simple ingredients. We're gonna use moose meat, which is gonna be dried on the smoker. We're gonna use some sort of fat. We're gonna use moose tallow, and we're gonna use a fruit, and we're gonna use blueberries, and these need to be dried. Right now, they're just frozen. Usually, when we dry our fruits, we do it outside in the summertime on a screen. It's spring here, so it's not warm enough to do that. So we're gonna try to do these in the oven. I got a cookie sheet here with the blueberries. Our oven only goes down to 300. I'm hoping that's low enough. If not, we might crack the door on it a little bit, and we'll see how this turns out. Nope. There it goes. All right, 300. Well, these blueberries are done. They actually turned out pretty good. We had the oven at 300. That's as low as this oven will go. So what I did is I cracked the oven like a 1/2 inch, and these went for about 5 hours, and they are extremely crispy little dried blueberries. We're gonna put these away for the night, and we'll see you guys in the morning when we pull out the smoker. Well, good morning. We got the smoker out again, finally. We haven't had this out since last fall when we smoked some salmon. We built this 2 years ago. It has been through the ringer. I had to put some new screws and a couple new boards in it to get it over here, but she's working good. And what we're doing right now is I got a really hot fire going. That's spruce. We're just gonna burn this thing real hot, get the grill nice and clean for us, and then we're gonna switch over to birch. We're gonna start smoking our moose meat. While the smoker's heating up, let's check our meat. It has been going for, let's see, it's 10 o'clock in the morning now, so it's been going for about 14 hours. Got some snow in the ice chest. Oh, it smells really good. Let's get that mixed up. Fill up the smoker. We are running out of room. This is going to be awesome. We have just enough room for all of this, and then I still have that little bowl of the meat that's just plain moose meat, and that's going to be for the pemmican. I'm going to put that right here in the corner. I'll have to pile this up. Okay, I'll wash my hands real quick. All right, now that we got it loaded up, we're gonna do a few different things. The pemmican meat, we're just gonna do some salt on there. And then the rest of the meat, which has already been marinated, this half, we're gonna do salt and pepper. We're gonna go really heavy on the pepper. So let's get that done first. Okay, right there. So that's going to be called pepper jerky. And the next batch, I'm actually really excited for this one. We're going to do like a sweet and spicy. So it's been marinated, and then we're going to rub this on there. And this is cowboy candy marinade, spruce tip syrup, balsamic vinegar. I got my little mop. We're going to mop it on there, and then we're going to hit it with some smoked jalapeno. Oh my gosh, this is sticky. All right, smoked tiger jalapeno and serrano. And this kind of smells like a smoked paprika, but it's a lot spicier. So we're just gonna do a light dusting on all this half right here. right, we're gonna get this going again. We're gonna put the birch on. And as far as the peppered one, that's pretty much done. When I flip it, I'll probably put a little more salt and pepper on it. But with the one we did the glaze on, maybe half an hour every 45 minutes, we're gonna open the smoker up. And we're gonna rub more of that good glaze on there. In the meantime, I'm going to get some more of our wood going here. I like to keep a little bit of really dry kindling when we're smoking in case I let it go out too much. I can just throw some kindling on there, get it going again real quick. And the reason we're using birch is, one, we have a lot of really good seasoned birch right now. And we used to use a lot of alder. We have to go back to the back of our property and cut down the alder bushes to use that. But the birch burns a lot longer, so I don't have to tend to the fire as much. And we haven't really noticed a taste difference. So we're going to keep using the birch. I'm thinking jerky will go for probably 6 hours. It's going really fast. And then the pemmican, we want that really dry, so we'll probably let that go for a total of 8. Yeah, that's looking good. It's been about 4 hours. I basted it quite a few times. I'm gonna baste it again. We have a little bit of that left. I'm gonna hit it with the rest of this smoked jalapeno. We're getting there. I'm thinking about 6 hours on this. Let's see, actually, some of these are getting pretty crispy. That one might be done. Let's try that one. This one's the sweet one. Oh my gosh. That's probably the best jerky I've ever had. That is delicious. Let's put some more of this sweet glaze on there. Okay, here we go again. Still going. Still got a little ways to go. Now it's done. Oh yeah, this is all done. It's done, about 8 hours, and it's all done. So we're gonna pull everything off and we're gonna do a little taste test on this. Waiting all day for this taste test time. This one looks just like amazing. The glaze on there is so sticky. Let's give this one a try. We'll call this the sweet one. Man, that was really, really good jerky. Man, when we started making this jerky and I was slicing it up, I was using like really good cuts of meat, and I think that's why this tastes so good also. It's really just tender and delicious. We let this one go for 8 hours, all of it actually, and this one was when we basted, and we basted this one I think 4 different times. So that one's really good. Let's try the peppered one. This one also just looks amazing. This one is, that one's really good. Peppered jerky is probably one of my favorite kinds of jerky. I mean, it just crisped up beautifully. This one's really good. And since we are not going to be storing this jerky in a refrigerator, that's why we wanted to make sure we get it nice and dry and crispy. We're just going to vacuum pack it and we'll store it inside the cabin. And the pemmican, this one was just pure moose meat with salt on it. And this one dried out really good because it didn't have any of that moist marinade on it. I mean, this one's just really completely crispy, which is what we wanted. And thanks to moose meat being so delicious, this one with just salt on it is actually extremely good too. Okay, we're gonna head inside and we're gonna make our pemmican. Let's get going on this. The first thing we're gonna do, sounds kind of weird, but we're gonna take all of this nice crispy meat that we just smoked and we're gonna blend it up into a powder. Oh my gosh. Okay, powdered meat. Smells really good. Let's get that all out of there. Next thing we are gonna add to that is our dried blueberries. And this is gonna be all of our dried ingredients. Put all those in there. Our pemmican recipe we're using only has 3 ingredients. So it's got the meat, the blueberries, and we're gonna use a fat, and this is moose fat. This is just rendered down fat, so there's absolutely no moisture in this. And you're supposed to do about a 1-to-1 ratio of your dry ingredients to your fat. So I'm gonna try to get about how much I think I'm gonna need. And we're gonna heat it up in a skillet, and we're gonna pour it over the top of this. Just adding this fat a little bit at a time. It's really absorbing it. So I think we'll use all the fat we just heated up. Yeah, it's really soaking in there. Look at that. Looks kind of like cat food almost, but it does smell really good. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little dish here and we're gonna put it in here and we're gonna pack it down. Pretty much it. I'm gonna pack it down as hard as I can. I might wet my hands and use my fingers, and then we're gonna let this set up, probably let it set up overnight, and then we're gonna try it and see how it turned out.
You know what probably would have been nice?
Oh, it's coming out.
I know, I see that.
Nice.
Wax paper. Oh my gosh.
The jerky is officially done. This is what it looks like. We're gonna store it in these vacuum sealed bags, and we ended up with 12 beautiful bags of jerky.
Delicious, beautiful bags. And we are also trying our pemmican that we made yesterday. We let it set up overnight. Honestly, the fat didn't take that long to cool down.
Yeah.
We use moose tallow, like Eric mentioned. You want to use something like that, beef tallow, because it's really waxy and hard compared to like pig fat. Lard is usually really soft at room temperature, so that would not work in this application. I was a camera woman yesterday, so I actually already tasted all of this, and I did taste this, but Eric hasn't tried it.
Yeah, let's give this a try. It looks, when you slice into it, like just like a really dark blueberry bread, but it's meat.
Personally, I feel like it looks like cat food, but it is actually surprisingly delicious. It's a little different than what I would think. Once you get through that fat, once it kind of melts down, I feel like you get a really good meat flavor.
I'm actually getting a lot of blueberry flavor.
Do you?
Like a real tart blueberry with just like the texture of like already chewed up beef jerky in your mouth. That's actually really good. I think if we put a little salt in it, it would be even better.
You salted the jerky, right?
Oh yeah, we did do a little salt in there, but I think it could use a little more salt. It's actually pretty good.
I did not taste blueberry yesterday. I immediately tasted it.
It's tart. Cutting into this, we were making nice little slices. It's a little bit on the crumbly side. I think next time we make it, I'll do like maybe one more big spoonful of fat. Get it to hold together a little better.
Pemmican is generally just the meat and the fat.
Yeah.
That's like the traditional way. Sometimes berries were added, so we chose to add the berries. And we did read you can add honey and things like that. So I don't know if the honey would maybe help stick a little better or something like that.
Probably give it a better flavor. I think honey and salt would be awesome in there. It's actually really good.
But the whole purpose of it is really to be like this nutrient-dense, high-energy food. So it has everything you need if...
Survival food.
Survival food if you're out and about and you need to survive.
Yeah.
Grab a little chunk of pemmican. I think that's really interesting. I could taste the blueberries today.
And we could just store this the same way we're going to store the jerky, which is I'm going to vacuum seal it and we just keep it in a cool cupboard in the house.
That's one of the main reasons why we want to make this. Is it's something that was just on my bucket list and it's awesome for the summer. In fact, this would be awesome for the winter when we're out snow machining.
Yes.
But it's going to come in handy, I think, this summer. And it doesn't have an expiration date, which is great.
So honest opinion on this stuff, it's actually better than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to get it sliced up and vacuum sealed to get it put away.
I totally agree with that. Eric never disappoints in the meat department as far as making and smoking meats. They always turn out really, really, really good. So I'm excited for that this summer, right? And so we're ready for an awesome summer.
Another summer in Alaska. Here we go. It's actually pretty good. I could eat this just like beef jerky.
It is pretty good. You know what you could actually eat this in if you wanted like a really hefty meal?
What's that?
Oatmeal. If you put that on oatmeal, you'd be solid for the day. I actually can't. I have like a weird... Don't you kind of want to eat more of it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
It's not that I think it's like overwhelmingly wonderful. It's just that I'm like attracted. I want to eat more of it.
It doesn't have like a crazy amount of flavor. It's pretty bland. It's got the blueberries. It's got the meat. If you put honey and some salt,
I would probably put some salt.
it's pretty dang good.
You know what I mean? You'd have to cut through that when you're eating it.
The way I cut it, it looks like bruschetta now. Oh my gosh, look at that!
What? Now it's down
That's
and
awesome.
I like it. I liked it.
It's good.
Personally,
It's like jerky. It's like jerky with not a lot of flavor.
I liked it yesterday with the hot oil with the meat flavor. Because it tasted more like the bottom of a pan when you're eating meat.
Uh-huh.
But I like the blueberries today a little better because I didn't taste them yesterday.